For you, you've had an amazing career. What have been some of the highlights of working for such and suchies?
Well, when I joined Such and Such 15 years ago, the company was in a state of disrepair. Maurice and Charles had just left. We were $2 billion in debt, and it looked like it was going to go down the gurgler. So it was a fantastic moment for me 2 years later when I joined. The share price was £1.10, and when we sold the company to Publicis, we sold it for £5. And everybody in the company, we'd joined in a program called Shareforce. So we allowed everyone to buy shares at a 20% discount, keep them, and I said, look, we're going to work hard to double this. And in fact, we grew it fivefold. So lots of assistants and people who've been with the company for years and years and years finally got a reward. I was pretty proud of that.
How did you guys celebrate?
Well, we went to a fantastic pub in Chelsea, me and my CFO, and you don't often celebrate with CFOs, right? And we drank a lot of red wine, really, and called up a lot of people.
You had different names for CIOs and CEOs. What would you give as a different name to a CFO?
Yeah, I've never thought of that. Our guy's called Uncle Bill.
So why did you decide to move to New Zealand?
Doug Myers convinced me in 1989 that I should not be wasting my time in corporate America at PepsiCo, and that New Zealand was the place to be. Peter Cooper, Chris Mace were on the board at the time, Jeff Ricketts, as Lion and Nathan came together. And they said, we're going to do things we've never done before. We're going to sort of win the world from the edge. Excuse me. And we're going to expand and grow, and it's all yours. So are you up for that? So that was one reason. Now, the real reason was because I wanted to watch the All Blacks every weekend.
Fantastic. Great reason. When you were working for Pepsi, I understand that you had a publicity stunt where you shot up a Coke machine with a machine gun. How do you get the inspiration for that?
Well, it wasn't a publicity stunt. It was more an act of war and a statement of intent, really, that I was running Pepsi in Canada. We were number 2, and I was tired of being number 2, and so we were going to go to war. And I thought a great way of going to war was on national television in front of the Premier of Canada at a black tie dinner to announce to everyone in Toronto that we were serious. So halfway through the presentation, as I was introducing them, a big Coke vending machine, very red, rolled out onto the stage, and I blew it up, machine gunned it. Yeah, so people got the message that the cola wars were now officially open. All in good spirit. I mean, Coke's a love mark, and now, Coke have been irresistible, really, to many people, and have done some fantastic things. But it was good fun. You got to have some fun. Business is a blood sport, but like rugby, it's theatrical. Men are built for this, and so are women today. We want to connect, we want to collaborate, and we want to win, right?
Absolutely. Piece of advice for if you could summarize for an entrepreneur wanting to either looking to get into business or already in business.
I think for entrepreneurs, you've got to zig when the rest of the word zags. You've got to look for transformation, and you've got to focus on the idea. We live in the age of the idea. It is all about the idea. Get that, and then execute the hell out of it. Don't do all the stuff that these business people tell you to do about meetings and all this stuff, right? Have a dream, have an idea, believe in the unreasonable power of creativity, deliver responsibility, learning, recognition, and joy, and execute. Fail fast, learn fast, fix fast. You can't beat that as an entrepreneur. Fixing fast is the important part.
Fantastic. Now, Suchies is obviously one of the world's biggest ideas company, no longer a marketing company. How do you measure the success of ideas? I know with a lot of your videos and YouTube, you can see hits and that and likes, but how else do you do it?
Yeah, we don't measure them at all, right? I mean, you can't measure the unmeasurable, right? For us, an idea is an idea once, so we usually have no idea if it's going to work or not. How would we know? It's never been tried before. Consumers have never seen it before. So you've just got to develop courage, bravery, boldness, and then you've got to have terrific intuition to know what consumers are feeling, right? And to be able to surf with that rhythm and to change things fast. So the ultimate measurement, the role of any idea, is to inspire people to join the movement of that brand, right? We want to create world-changing ideas that transform the brands, businesses, reputations of our clients. Ideas are judged, in our view, to work if we sell more of the client's stuff.
And are you still personally involved in some of the campaigns for your bigger clients?
Yeah, I am, particularly on brands like Toyota and P&G brands. You know, in an ideas company, you better be executing ideas, no?
So what do you do when you wake up in the morning to inspire yourself for the day and get excited?
Well, first of all, at my age, it's just great to wake up in the morning. That's a good feeling, you know, and that's enough for me because I love what I'm doing. I mean, running Saatchi & Saatchi, I've been doing it for 15 years. It's the most fun you can have while you keep your clothes on.
Back when you first joined Saatchi's, I think I read that you predicted the influence the internet was going to have on business. Now that that's developed and it's come to its fruition, you've been proved to be right. What do you see is going to be the future in 10, 20 years' time?
It's going to be driven by emotion, by intuition, by judgment, by decision making. So the technology is there, it is liberated now. There is nothing we cannot do, right? I mean, Disney was right? If you can dream it, you can do it. And I think the future for all of us creative people has never been brighter because there is nothing now stopping us, you know. Ideas are going to come from crazy people, whatever age they are, wherever they live, and there's nothing to stop that now. There are no barriers. Because we're all liberated, right? Because, you know, YouTube, Facebook, social media, we're all connected with everyone around the world. So I think emotion, emotion, emotion. The more we can break away from the science, the logic, and the rational, and let our emotions run wild, that's going to be a very exciting place.
Oh, we look forward to seeing what happens. And thank you very much again for your speech. And I'm sure everyone here really enjoyed it.
Thank you, mate. It's been a pleasure.